In the vast ocean, a taut fishing line suddenly vibrates violently. A giant shark emerges from the water, thrashing about in panic. The crew immediately rushes to position, maintaining distance, but still controlling the dangerous animal. One wrong tug, and the line could break, or someone could be injured. This is a moment that shows that deep-sea fishing is not just about production, but also a battle for survival. The moment a shark thrashes violently on a fishing line is not just a single dangerous situation. It's the epitome of a massive industry operating across the oceans. From fishing lines pulled taut in the dark of night to high-tech fleets, humans today no longer fish simply for survival. They're using intelligence, machinery, and science to harvest over 180 million tons of seafood annually. The confrontation between humans and nature has gradually transformed into a global production system where each fishing trip is a link in the food supply chain that feeds billions of people. After tense moments in the deep sea, the scene abruptly shifts as the camera pans across giant fish cages off the coast of Southeast Asia. Below, thousands of groupers move slowly through the deep blue water. When harvest begins, fishermen use specialized soft nets to gently lift each batch of fish, then immediately transfer them to oxygenated tanks to keep them fresh. But what happens when the yield increases many times over? Leaving the tropical cages, the camera moves into the cold waters of Japan and South Korea, where sea pineapples are hoisted by cranes and pass through automated peeling drums.
Especially at night when the anchovies tend to move closer to the surface. Used
what allows
a
these
type
two
of net
worlds
that
to
can encircle a
coexist?
large school of
In tropical Asian farms, the pond water level gradually drops as the harvest season begins. Large nets close in a familiar, coordinated rhythm, bringing batches of shrimp into oxygenated tanks to maintain their freshness. In stark contrast, off the coast of the North Atlantic, industrial ships drag hopper nets from depths of hundreds of meters. On deck, sorting and freezing systems operating at negative 40 degrees Celsius operate continuously like a sleepless assembly line. On the vast Atlantic Ocean giant, seine nets close in on schools of mackerel and sardines, moving with the currents. The mackerel are lifted by hydraulic cranes directly into deep freezing holds, while the sardines are vacuum-packed onto the ship, preserving their shimmering silver scales. In the calm sea, fishing lines up to 48 kilometers long are lowered, carrying tens of thousands of sharp hooks. Pufferfish fishing demands absolute precision and discipline. Each piece of fresh mackerel is cut into a square shape as bait hanging suspended in the deep water, awaiting the decisive moment. On large farms, tilapia, often referred to as the chicken of the seafood world, are harvested at an industrial pace. Nets are closed, or pumps operate continuously, delivering massive catches into aerated tanker trucks ready for their journey to the processing plant. When the tide recedes, vast mudflats are revealed and a race against time begins. Workers rake through the mud, searching for blood clams in each layer of thick soil. In North America, high-pressure water jets tear apart the sandy bottom, exposing giant geoduck clams before the waves return. Off the coasts of Spain and Mexico, nets up to 2 kilometers long gradually tighten around swirling schools of tuna. When the time comes, giant nets and hydraulic cranes lift tons of fish onto the deck in a frantic rush. Amidst the harsh waves of the Bering Sea, steel cages, weighing over 300 kilograms, are pulled up from the frigid water. The deck is slippery, the wind howls, but the sailors must work with pinpoint accuracy. King crabs are immediately sorted, only mature qualified males are kept, the rest are quickly released back into the ocean. Off the coasts of Norway and Chile, giant fish cages silently sway with the rhythm of the waves, where over 80% of the world's salmon are produced. During harvest, a system of water elevators gently transports the fish through a low-pressure stream. A seemingly simple process, yet it hides sophisticated technology behind it. As night falls, the ship transforms into a dazzling stage of light in the middle of the ocean. Swarms of squid leap from the water, thrashing about in the blinding lights. The automatic reeling system vibrates incessantly, pulling the squid along the metal chutes amid splashing water. The deck is quickly covered with shimmering silver squid bodies as the crew races against time. Under the coastal waters, abalone farming trays are lifted after years of meticulous care. Workers use specialized tools to separate each abalone from its substrate, preserving the precious meat before it is transferred to a conveyor belt for cleaning, shelling, and quick freezing. Elsewhere, scallop harvesting vessels pull heavy nets from the seabed. At the factory, mechanical arms operate continuously, shelling and cutting the meat with near-perfect precision. Specialized vessels slowly advance through the farming area, hydraulic scoops continuously lifting batches of mussels onto the deck. Strong currents scrub away the mud and dirt while automated sorting systems vibrate rhythmically, preparing them for the next processing stage. Few would guess that the journey of a catfish begins with tiny drops of egg in a controlled incubation tank, much like a laboratory. Each stage of growth is monitored using technology and experience, accumulated over generations. Within hours of harvesting, tons of fish are fed into a sophisticated filleting line where human hands and machines work together to create a food source for the world. The journey through harsh seas and modern aquaculture farms shows that the global seafood industry depends not only on technology, but also on fair cooperation between nations. When resources are shared transparently and exploited responsibly, the ocean will continue to be the foundation of shared food security. At the same time, protecting the marine environment and reducing emissions are key factors in stabilizing the climate, mitigating major storms, and keeping offshore vessels and coastal cages safe. The collaboration between fisheries, science, hydrometeorology, and international management will shape a sustainable future for the industry where economic development goes hand in hand with preserving the ocean ecosystem.